Live. Alrighty. So I'm trying streaming again. I think I have it set up where you're not going to hear my computer very much anymore. So, yeah. Uh, oh, there goes my. Yeah. All right. Well, we sound pretty good. That's for certain. Not that. I just had myself playing in my ears. That sounds kind of weird. But anyway, we are here. I'm calling this the Gathering of the FreeFolk. I thought that would be a pretty cool name, so here we are. Uh, Yesterday was when I had a showing of Return of the King that I could go to, and that's not really something you can make a video on, but I wanted to talk about it anyway because it was so fun, it was so cool. The theater was packed. Uh, so yeah, I figured I'd try streaming again. But man, that is a long movie. I'm like a sucker. I got a big cup, a large, so I had to miss a little bit of it. Um, yeah, like it's weird. Even I have the extended on Blu-ray, but even the it looked even better on a screen, on a theater screen. I don't know why though, but it looked fantastic. I mean, it it looks better than a lot of movies coming out today. And that came out 20 years ago. It's weird to think about. My theater was packed too. I think they had one showing last Wednesday, then they had one yesterday. Uh, and the one I went to was just packed. Like there was barely any seats left. And I think it said it was a 90-person theater. So, yeah. I don't know. It's a much different experience than just watching it at home with like maybe a few other people. Uh, yeah, it was awesome. Very glad I did it. Um, yeah. Um, Let me see if I can find the stuff from the Star Wars thing on Twitter. And why do you want me to sign into this account? This one does not exist anymore. What you doing? Okay then. What in the world? No, not what? What in the world? You what? All right, if Twitter knows the one that I'm trying to sign into, why would you sign me out and log me into a different Twitter? It makes no sense. No, I don't care about this. Don't try and sell me stuff. Well, alrighty. Let's see. Now we're getting somewhere. Um, or maybe not. Well then. Let's try and reload. See if that'll fix this. Okay, okay. There we go. Alrighty, let's see. See if I can find it. Mm, where are you? Mm, what in the world? Where is this? Come on, where are you? Alright, well, that sucks. I cannot find it. Let me go back up to this thing. Where are you? Not you. Not you. Um, Oh, here's. I don't want you to. That's not what I wanted either. Stupid thing. Alright, well then. Sorry, guys, we're having some technical difficulties. So I guess because I can't get Star Wars stuff to work right, we're just going to shift over and talk about A Song of Ice and Fire stuff. Because that is the other thing that has been taking up my time. Let's see, where's. There we go. Let's see. There we go. So they've decided to do a Dunk and Egg spinoff. They said it's going to be, I think they said 6 episodes for the first season. But there's one little problem with this. They're not done with it yet. So, you see right there. I don't care if it's season 8. The title is too short. Let's see, HBO original. Game of Thrones, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight. It's quite a long name. But George isn't done with Winds of Winter. He's not done with A Dream of Spring. And he's not done with Fire and Blood, and he's not done with uh, the Dunk and Egg stories. He still has, I think, at least one more to go. Uh, maybe he might have more because it's. I think the next one is called The She Wolves of Winterfell or something like that, and you need to figure out what happens at Summer Hall to finish off the Dunk and Egg storyline. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just one more book or one, I guess, novella. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. But I mean, maybe George can write faster on the Dunk and Egg novels. Uh, it might be interesting to see because you could see the guy that turns in Blood Raven, the guy that turns into Bran Stark's mentor, I guess, the three-eyed Raven. Um, yeah, HBO announced this one. I think they're trying to do this on the off years of House of the Dragon. I think that's what I heard. Uh, Stop sharing. There we go. All right, I'm back. Cool beans. Uh, but also, uh, I've been reading on the main line of the series, and I am about 2/3 of the way done with A Dance with Dragons. That's yeah, Dance with Dragons, and so I've been listening to a bunch of theories and stuff. I kind of don't think that uh, Aegon is Fagon. I think she might just be Aegon. Like it feels very forced and last minute and rush for his entrance. But also, I was thinking about how he's referred to as the Mummer's Dragon, and a Mummer's Dragon doesn't mean he's a false dragon. It means he's a dragon pretending to be someone else. And that's exactly what he had to do to survive. Uh, yeah, I think that I don't know. I haven't seen any big reason to doubt his Targaryen bloodline. I mean, he doesn't quite look like any Targaryen, but also, why would he be so like obviously not a Targaryen and claim to be if he wasn't? If that makes sense. I don't know if there is enough double negatives in that sentence. Uh, um, but yeah, House of the Dragon has actually started filming some in, I think they said Spain. I'd pull up the thing, but that took too long. um, hmm. Let's see what else I can find. Um, yeah, after Star Wars Celebration, jumping back to Star Wars, uh, yeah, I don't know what went wrong, but that was just a terrible event. Had It was basically just the promotion tour for the Acolyte. You have people working on there that have no idea what Star Wars even is. You had the one guy, I guess he's like the one of the main leads for the show or something. I thought it was a fan giving questions because he talked so terribly. That's coming from me. Like he stood up and said, there's no real good and evil in Star Wars. I ooh, like you know who the Empire is modeled after, right? Like play that all the way through. I don't think he'd be working anymore if anybody realized what he said. Like there's plenty of other actors that have said something similar and they get just ostracized out of the industry. Yeah, and then you have the that bald woman saying that let me see if I can make sure I say this right. It was something along the lines of Star Wars was always patriarchal. Yeah, Star Wars is patriarchal and racist or whatever. It's like Disney really knows how to warm up to the fans. Having a woman lead is so refreshing. Like, I don't know how they say this with a straight face. Like, we know they're not acting because we see their job acting in the shows and they're awful all the time. Oh, I didn't know something else did that. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, dang it. So anyway, yeah, can't wait to have Me Too and Star Wars. Can't wait to have the the uh, the Master Sith have the Apprentice Sith take over his position with a Me Too accusation. Because I think that's how Palpatine got Darth Plagueis to relinquish his mastership. I think that's how he got the position. Just correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what Darth Bane decided to establish. The rule of Me Too. Oh man. I don't know why, but Star Wars Celebration has just reinvigorated me with a fresh like of George Lucas Star Wars. Well, a fresh love. I'll go that far, and just a new disdain for everything that came after. Oh, it Disney had a winning hand. There is so many ways that they could have done it right, and they chose the one way they could have done it wrong. It is insane to think about. Like even after the damage that Force Awakens did, and most people liked it. There was a lot that loved the Force Awakens. There were some that were like, yeah, it was okay. There were some like, oh, I guess. Let's see what the next one is. And even after Rogue One, and they're like, okay, well, what is this one setting up? Is this supposed to be Luke's new wife in this new canon? And they're like, and I remember Disney being like, they got mad at their fans and like, no, that's why would they do that? Uh, not everybody has to be like related or intertwined. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess so. And then The Last Jedi happens, and you're like, oh, this is why they didn't want to do that. And now you have Kathleen Kennedy on stage at Star Wars Celebration saying, oh, Luke was just a cautionary tale. You don't want to be like Luke Skywalker or anybody, but Rey, our beloved character that is modeled after Kathleen Kennedy. Uh, how many like really petite brunette British women do you need in Star Wars to be your main character? That's insane. There's been so many. And now they're not just diminishing Luke, but they're giving Rey all of Luke's crowning achievements. Now now that uh, now that Luke has been just pissed on, now that he's been demolished and torn down and dragged through the mud, now Rey gets to take all of his accomplishments and just give in to her. Oh, but don't worry, her movie is going to have Grogu in it. So that'll offset the box office for everybody that hates what we've done to Luke and doesn't like Rey. And I, oh man. Don't the so there's the Rey movie coming out. Then there's the um, Dave Filoni's Mando movie, which is going to be Heir to the Empire, which gives Ahsoka Luke's Luke's achievements in the Heir to the Empire trilogy. She's going to be defeating Thrawn. She's going to be taking all of that from Luke Skywalker. So that's going to be wonderful. I'm sure in this one she'll take the world between worlds and just reset the sequel trilogy that they've spent that they are still spending time in Mando trying to build up. And then you have I don't know the director, but he is writing, what is it, Dawn of the Jedi, which is, I think they said 2,500, 25,000, something like that, years before Phantom Menace, when they're building the first Jedi is who that's going to be about. Uh, None of those sound very good. Like, why are all these terrible ideas getting green? Ooh, excuse me. Why are all these terrible ideas getting greenlit? Like, you've already ruined the start of the Jedi by cutting in half the old Republic. Even now that they're trying um, to put up this mishmash uh, of old Republic. Hang on. Let me just share this really quick. Yeah, share screen. Yep, the twatters. Let me see.
I am
Whole
so,
thing
so
up.
thrilled to be at Celebration with all of you in London.
All right. Um. So over here at the far left, we have Dawn of the Jedi. Then the Old Republic, the High Republic. I can't read what this one is right here. It says, I think, Rule of the Jedi. But the problem is that at the High Republic, they're still trying to establish everything. They don't have hyperspace lanes. They have talking rocks named Geode. Like it's a big problem. You don't have your whole society set up. So what what are you going to do with the Old Republic? I, it just doesn't make any sense. Like the High Republic is supposed to be they advertise it as the rise of the Republic. Like the Republic is half the size it is of when it's in the prequels. How does that make any sense whatsoever? Like why would why would you even green like this idea? How did this get past anyone of making this High Republic? Because even from the very basis, you undermined what Yoda talks about in the prequels. Oh, man. So then you have Age of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, the New Republic, which lasts for what, like 5 years maybe, because it's not alive during Mando. Well, it's present, but it's not like doing anything, and it's not alive during the sequel trilogy because it just gets annihilated. So why does this deserve its own era? You have the Rise of the First Order, and then you have this new Jedi Order. So now that you've tarnished Luke as much as you possibly could, you've thrown him in the mud, you've uh, you have done everything you can to tear him down. Now Rey is going to do what he did. No, I can't wait to see how her son gets to kill Palpatine again and take her victory from her, and then he's going to establish a new Jedi Order, the newest one ever. Yeah, I'll just sit here and wait for that. Yeah. Wait, they're already calling her a Jedi Master. I. Uh, I mean, who knighted her? Anybody? I don't think so. She wasn't even a Padawan. So how is she a Jedi Master? By means of elimination? Because she tricked Luke into offing himself with an overdose in the Force. I don't know how Disney is this dumb. All right. Let's see. Alrighty. That's all I have for today. I'll catch you guys in the next video. It should be coming out tomorrow. And after that, I'll catch you guys at the next stream. So I'll see you all later. Peace.